So good afternoon, class. I am Shanakit India, but you can call me Teacher Lee. And I am Kelvin Velasquez, but you can call me Teacher Lee.
And I am Jalan Harry, but call me Teacher Harry.
And I am Margaret Isabel, and you can call me Teacher Marie. Okay, so once again, class, good afternoon. So today, we are going to talk about a new lesson. But before that, we prepared a short game review. Are you excited? Yes. Okay, excited. So this game is called complete the word. So all you have to do is to guess the word. Guess the word. So you all you have to do is to guess the word. And if you have any card to guess the word, we'll provide a definition to make it easier for you. Do you understand? Yes. Okay, so teachers. So let's start with the first word. So what do you think? What word do you think? Yes, Laika. Yes, that letter answer. Is it curriculum? What do you think is this word? Alright, the first one. What do you think is this word? Student teacher. Alright, thank you. Stay so. I will come here in front and pull out that picture. Alright, it's a student. Very good work for that.
So class, here is the third word. So what do you think it is? Is it pretty sure? So can you please number it about the fact? Yes, it is indeed ICT. Very good, Harvey.
Okay, thank you, teacher Harvey. And now we will hear our last word. So what do you think is this word? Okay, Miss Jackie. Okay, where you talking from? Okay, so did you enjoy our deep class? Yes, teacher! Okay, so nice. Let's proceed to our discussion. So our topic for today's class is about curriculum influences. So our topic for today is about curriculum influences. And at the end of our discussion, you are expected to identify the different curriculum influences and discuss the factors that affects the academic learning. Okay, did you get me? Yes, teacher! Okay, so when we say curriculum influences class, these are the factors that affects the curriculum design for how the curriculum is presented. In short, curriculum influences, these are the factors that affects the whole academic life. So in our game earlier, you encountered words students, ICT, and also what else? The set. So those are the examples of the curriculum influences. So according to START and Lexicon, there are three major influences that affects the curriculum. Okay, so according to START and Lexicon, there are three major influences that affects the curriculum, and these are these are the internal influences, the external influences, and the organizational influences. So when we say internal influences from the word internal, these are the factors that are limiting the institution. When we say external influences, these are the factors that are outside of the institution. And when we say organizational, these are the regulations. Okay? Starting as Luca said, that it is important for us to know the different factors that are needed to be considered in order to develop a curriculum because through that we can develop a curriculum that is relevant and responsive to the educational system of what we think. Here are the list of curriculum. Okay, so here are the list of the curriculum influences. We have here students, the school's mission, and work values, the faculty members, the marketing demands, alumni, media and ICT, the school administrator and board of women, admission and retention policy, accrediting agencies, government policies and agencies, church and church-related agencies, school facilities and other resources, and lastly, accessible services. So these curriculum influences, they are categorized into these three major influences. So internal influences, students, school mission, and core values and faculty members are under the internal influences, while external influences, marketing demands, alumni, media, and activities where they belong. Okay? So here, our relational influences are the school administrator and board of students, administration, and policy, government agencies, government policy agencies, and so on. Okay, so but now let's start first with the one of the internal influences, which is the student. Student class, these are the most influential factors that affect the curriculum development. And you, students, are the main focus of the curriculum. So, in creating a curriculum, your learning styles, your interests, your perspective, your diverse talents, skills, and your backgrounds are put into consideration. So when they create their courses, they make sure that they also put these things in mind because they believe that you students can learn more if your interests and your learning styles are considered. So if you notice nowadays, teaching doesn't just focus on lecturing. You're also engaged in we call that you're also engaged in performance tasks like reporting, and also you are given projects to ensure that you can learn depending on your learning style. Okay. So now let's proceed to the second internal influences, which is the school's vision, mission, and core values. So the school's vision, mission, and core values is the fundamental basis in creating the core elements of the curriculum, which is the goals and objectives, the content, the learning experiences, and lastly the evaluation. So in developing the curriculum, teachers take into account the school's vision, mission, and the school's vision, mission, and core values to ensure that their instructional practices and also their learning objectives are aligned with the overall goals of the institution, or aligned with the overall goals and direction of the institution. This alignment creates a unified learning experiences for you, and it helps you connect what you learn to the purpose of the school. Okay. So let's proceed now to the last internal influences, which is the faculty members. So when you say faculty members class, this consists of the professors, the teachers, or other academic professionals who teach in educational institutions. So according to Stark and Langenkamp, teachers are the major influence in curriculum development, since we teachers are the key implementer of the curriculum. So the success of the curriculum is really highly depends on us teachers. So because of that, we teachers are expected to have mastery of our content and also experts in pedagogy. So as a teacher also we also have different interests and different teaching styles, and these differences affects how the curriculum is implemented. Do you get me? Yes. Okay, so now these are the internal influences. So let's proceed with the external influences. Good afternoon, everyone. Again, I am Sophia Nicolas. So today I am going to discuss about the external influences that come from our commands, alumni, and media and ICT. So first, let's talk what is market demand. So market demand, schools are expected to produce libraries that meet the needs of the different institution in society. So market demand plays a crucial role in changing the curriculum of educational institutions as a result of marketing goals. The skills and knowledge required all graduates change as well. So in today's world, the market demands that both digital and soft skills. By incorporating both digital and soft skills and emerging skills, educational institutions that ensure that the graduates are well prepared to meet the demand of the job market and succeed in their careers. So next, let's talk what is alumni. So alumni is a component of the curriculum. So alumni is the essential part of any educational institution, and the contribution to the curriculum can be invaluable. So alumni bring a new perspective and experience that can help shape and improve the curriculum. And one way that alumni can influence the curriculum is by providing feedback on their educational experience. So by sharing their thoughts on what worked well and what could be improved. So alumni can also provide insight into what skills and knowledge are most useful in their respective fields, which can help shape the curriculum that meets the needs of current and future students. So now let's talk about that. Media and external influences. So media and information and communication technology providing capacity, it changes how a person can plan and implement it. So media and information and communication technology have impact on the way we learn and modern world. With the increasing use of digital media and ICT, it has become essential for students to become comfortable with using the technology in their day-to-day life. So consequently, the use of technology has been incorporated into the curriculum to many schools and universities. So one of the main advantages of integrating media and ICT into the curriculum is that it can enhance the learning experience for students. And that is the external influences that I discussed in the video.
Good afternoon, class. I am Teacher Eric, and I am going to discuss today the organizational influences, and under that, the school administrator and board of admission and policy and accrediting agencies. So the school administrator's function is to oversee the school administrative task to ensure that the organization runs smoothly. So who do you think, class, are the members of school administrators? It is the dean, chairman, and the director, and also the university president. But do you know who is our department dean? If not, it is Mr. Raylan Abdul. And our campus director is Mira Mona Flores. And our university president is Honorable Rosine Angela. So let's proceed to the Board of Regents. So Board of Regents is the governing body of the university. So when you say governing body, it is the group of people that has the authority to exercise govern an organization. So who are the members of Board of Regents? First is the chairman, which is Honorable Jomar Clifford. And the vice chairman is our current university president, Honorable Rosine Angela. And our Board of Regents secretary is our President Campus Director, Miran Madam Torres, and for the member, we have Honorable Federico Blower. So last, the dates mentioned above are responsible for planning, implementing, and evaluating of the curriculum. So now last, let's proceed to the second part, which is the admission and retention policy. So admission policy is a set of guidelines that the university uses to evaluate applications. So class, can you still remember when you are applying here in the CPU? You are required to pass your good moral, grades, and any other things that is needed to be complied. And that is part of the admission policy of school technological university. So retention policy is a set of rules that determine whether a student can continue his or her course for the next semester. So as here in our student manual, it is stated that if you got a grade below 2.5, which is your major, you are advised to take another program. So let's proceed to the third part, which is the accrediting agency. An accrediting agency is an organization that evaluates and certifies the quality of educational institutions and programs. So class, what do you think are those agencies? Yes, correct. It is the Department of Education, CHED, and TESDA. So the Department of Education are responsible for the basic education system, which is the elementary, high school students. And for the CHED, they are responsible for regulating colleges and universities. And lastly, for the TESDA, so for the TESDA, they are in charge of technical education and skills development. But last, there are still other accredited agencies that we need to talk. First is the Association of Christian School Colleges and Universities. So for the word Christian school, it focuses on the Catholic schools. And an example of that is Colegio de Santa Rosa and Santa Catalina College. So the next one is Philippine Accrediting Association of School Colleges in the Philippines. And an example of that is Ateneo de Manila, De La Salle College, and University of Jakarta. They are the accrediting agency that is private, non-profit, and voluntary. So the third one is the accrediting agency for chartered colleges and universities in the Philippines. And it is a government-recognized agency, and an example of that is the state universities. So what are the three state universities here in Cebu? The first one is Cebu Technological University, Cebu Normal University, and University of Philippines, Cebu. Those agencies that we mentioned ensure that educational institutions and programs meet the certain standards of quality and are committed to continuous improvement. That's all.
So, good afternoon, class. I am Teacher Isabel, and now let's proceed to government policies and agencies. So, the government can have a big influence on what is taught in schools. So, the government wants to make sure that kids in schools learn the things they need to know in order for them to grow up and to succeed. Okay, so they want us to have a good education possible. So that's why they make policies and rules for schools to follow. And these policies and rules can affect what we learn in class, like how much time we spend with different subjects and what books we're reading. Okay, like for example, the government might say that the school should teach the children how to read and write, so they will make sure that the school has a good reading and writing program. So that is why government policies and agencies that influence us what we learn in school. So they want to help us be the best as we can be. So next is church and church-related agencies. So that's like how the government wants us to have a good education. Religious group also wants to help us to learn about their values and beliefs. So sometimes religious groups will start school or work in school to make sure that what we learn will reflect their beliefs. Okay, so they want to learn about their religious teaching traditions, and values. And aside from that, we want also to make sure that we learn about how to fight, respectful, responsible, because those are important values in any religion. Like, for example, the church might believe that all students should really know about God themselves. So we will make sure that those topics will be included in the curriculum. So we might make sure to have classes to teach students about Bible, prayers, and how to be a good person. So that is why church and church-related activities can influence us what we learn in school, just like how the government wants us to learn in school. So next is school facilities and other resources. So school facilities and other resources can influence curriculum in several ways. So first, the availability of resources that impact the types of courses that can be offered in schools. Like, for example, if the schools will equip school laboratory, they can offer a advanced science courses, while the schools that don't have science laboratory, they have limited computer science upgrades. And secondly, availability of facilities such as libraries, art rooms, and sports facilities can also shape the curriculum by providing opportunities for students to engage activities to develop their skills. And so overall, the availability of community resources can play a significant role in shaping the curriculum that the school can offer. So lastly, we have here student services. So student services refers to the support that school gives to the students to help them succeed. So you know that universities have different departments to help students. These are their about their spiritual well-being, their mental health, physical health, their financial aid, and overall on a student life. Well, those departments want to make sure that things students learn in class can reflect their values and goals. So this includes campus chemistry, guidance and counseling services that want to make sure that students have access to resources that help them navigate their emotions and mental health. And also we have health services that want to make sure that students have the opportunity to learn about healthy habits and how to take care of the body. And also we have financial assistance and scholarships. So we want to make sure that the students have access to have access to help them to pay for college and manage their finances. And lastly, we have the students affairs office, which want to make sure that students have access to resources that help them navigate their student life, like student organization and for campus. So that's also very important. Once again, I am Mr. John, and I hope you